Hi, my name is Prashant. I work for PlugHR. Today I'm going to show you how you can set PlugHR app yourself really fast. Since you have signed up, I'm assuming you would have received your company ID, user ID and password. So keep that handy and go to the URL plughrApp.com. This is the screen which you will land at. Click here, this is a user login. And you're logging in as a admin. Here's your company ID, user ID, and your password. And you're straight into the admin account. This is the HR admin. This is your control panel. And all you need to set up PlugHR app ready to be launched to your employees is to complete this setup menu. Not even entirely this, just a part of this. I'll quickly browse through this. Just fill some details about your organization. This is fairly simple. Go to settings, set up your financial start year, your leave accrual month, your work days, weekends. Check this if you want a notification every time there is a entry in the admin. So for every admin login, you'll get an email. Otherwise, just leave it like that. Create your offices. So this is where you create all your offices in case you have multiple offices. If you have only one office, just create that one office here. Go to edit departments. Why it says edit departments is because there is a list of departments which already exist in the system. Just to make your task easier, you can just run with those departments. You can delete the ones which do not matter to you. You can also rename these departments if you require. It's fairly simple. Go to edit KRAs. Now this is the unique thing about PlugHR app, that it doesn't give you a blank system, but there's a lot of HRs built in. For an example, the KRAs for each of the departments are already defined. Your KRAs may vary a little bit here or there, but mostly a lot of these KRAs are common across organizations. So you can run with this list, or if you want, you can always delete them and add your own, or you can rename these, or you can edit these. Yeah, you have to just click here to edit. It loads up back here. You can rename it, and then you can update changes. Yeah, that's so simple. But make sure you give attention to setting KRAs. Then go to edit skills. This is exactly like KRAs. For each department, the most required skills are already populated. And if, again, you can edit them, you can add new, or you can delete these. So you have full flexibility, but because they are there, your starting point is not zero. And just in case you do not want to do any new setup, you can just run with what has already been set up. And once you have the KRAs and skills browse through, you are ready to create roles. Now you create roles in the organization one by one. For every role that you select, you add a department. And once you add a department, you will see that the skills and the KRAs of the department automatically get attached to the role. So you can go to these skills and KRAs. And when you go to skills, you can select the competency level required for this role, right? So there are 5 competency levels from learner to trainer level. You can select at what competency level you require a person who comes into this role. Or if this particular skill is not required, you can mark it as not applicable. So this creates a subset of skills required for a particular role. Helps you big time when you are hiring people into these roles. It becomes like a criteria for assessment and acts like a guide for even interviewing managers. Same way for KRAs. For every role, the department KRAs get loaded. If there are certain KRAs which you think are not applicable for the role, you can just mark them as not applicable, and you can create a subset. With the departments, roles, KRAs, and skills created, you would have accomplished a significant part of your HR management journey. Last little thing, create employee types. So if you have different types of employees, let's say part-time consultants, employees, trainees, contractors, you can create these separately. So when you're adding users, system will allow you to add them accordingly. Then you can work on policy definitions. You can create, or you can upload your policies. You can create a holiday list and assign those lists to different offices. So basically, you create a master list, and then you create specific lists for specific offices, choosing from the master list. You can automate leaves. So each kind of leave that you have, there's a system-driven method to create them, and you can select the accrual period, accrual rate, who can avail the leave. It's fairly simple. If you play with this a little bit, you will know how to set it up within no time. Yeah, this automates the entire leave management system for you. So once you've done this, you're pretty much ready to add users, and users are your employees, right? You have, it's very simple. Just this form, select the department, role, role type. There are 4 role types: the top management, functional head, team leader, or frontline. Basically, frontline is somebody who has nobody reporting. So select all this. If you want, at this stage, you can also do skill rating. If you're adding a user on a particular role, the skills of that role will automatically get loaded, and you can do the rating of the person. Yeah, and this creates your entire employee list here. So yeah, that's it. I mean, it's so simple to add employees once you've completed the setup. So make sure, give yourself a few minutes. This whole thing should not take you basically more than 20 to 30 minutes, and your HR management system would be up and running. It's as simple as that. Yeah, great. Congratulations once again on picking up a great system. Go ahead, set it up yourself.